What's going on, everybody? I'm going to try to do the best I can and not completely die of no voice, but the Titans get a big comeback victory over the Seattle Seahawks, 33 to 30, to improve to 1-1, and we are going to talk about it right now, right here. Titans and Truth TNT post game. Let's get it. Good evening, Titan Nation. How is everybody? What's going on, Titan Nation? How's everybody doing? Welcome in to TNT post game. I'm your host, Chris, aka Blue Enforcer, and as y'all see on the ticker and as well as right here, the Tennessee Titans are victorious, 33 to 30 over the Seattle Seahawks to get to 1-1 on the year. And what a heck of a game this was. I mean, it was a great game. It looked improbable. It looked like it wasn't going to happen. But dagrabbit, it did. So please make sure y'all share this show out. Let everybody know to come on in, and we can now talk about this game in full detail. And I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I want to thank everybody who tuned in to the watch party that I had. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the watch party. We had a very good time at Indigo. Shout out to the Titans fan club of Memphis. It was a fun atmosphere. I had a heck of a good time. What's up, AZ Mick? What's going on? So make sure y'all share the show out. Let everybody know that we are live and in living color, and so they can come on in and join us too. But I mean, what a game. What a victory this is. They basically pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat because they were not supposed to win this game the way that they were playing. The Titans were not supposed to win this game, and they found a way to do it. I know I picked against the Titans. I am so happy to be wrong. Y'all don't know how happy I am to be wrong. That is like, it is the greatest joy to see your team do well, even when you picked against them. And I had to stick with my picks, but they got it done. They did what they needed to do, and they got this incredible victory. I'm going to read some of your comments. Clowney says, great win. Great win. I'm concerned about AJ might be playing hurt again. I don't know. Something might be going on with AJ. He had some major drops today. He had 9 targets, he had 3 catches for 43 yards on 9 targets and had 4 drops. Maybe he was trying too hard to try to outdo DK Metcalf and show out in front of him. I don't know what it was. AJ struggled today. Titan Rossi, what's up? Y'all make sure y'all check out Titan Rossi. He'll be on probably in about another 25, 30 minutes himself. CJ Blue Fire, my brother. How do y'all describe this game? Titans Tour says power through. Definitely Sauce Monster. What's up, man? Said, what a game. My girl Chandra said, tighten up. Let's go. Sauce said, we had our ups and downs, but we fought through it. I agree. And I said this on the watch party. Blood pressure was damn high because that's what the Titans do to you. They make your blood pressure boil because it's like they never win easy. They have to win the hard way. And it just drives you absolutely and utterly insane that it's like they don't never want to win the easy way. But sometimes when you win the hard way, it makes you better. And I mean, with all of this going on, Taylor Lewan being out, Jayon Brown being out, Roger Saffold going out twice in the game and did not return the second time. And I know all of us were ready to fire Shane Bowen in the first half. I was too. Still could kind of look at that. CW said, Titan like to give me high blood pressure. I thought when the refs took away the touchdown, I think it wasn't going to happen. I agree. And we're going to talk about that later with the referees because they tried to screw us. AZ Mick, what's up? On Facebook, go Titan. Tighten up. We can officially start Indianapolis Hate Week. I will start on that tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy tonight first. CW says to win this game with as many injuries as the Titans have to deal with the drops, 2 blown coverages, and to win in Seattle shows you the fight that this team has is immense. Yes, they do have some fight, and they're going to be playing up against offenses just as good, if not better, than Seattle. I'm watching Kansas City right now. That's another team we're going to have to go up against. Buffalo we're going to have to go up against. Courtney Jack says, Pruitt did his thing today, maybe more playing time in his future. I agree. Pruitt came up with some big, big catches. CW says AJ was trying too much to outdo DK Metcalf on the stat sheet. I can kind of agree with that. Crookshank, because Bradley McDougall stunk on the field on that long touchdown. And then Dane Crookshank came in and did pretty well. Lamar Jackson gets in for the touchdown just now, so Baltimore scores. But AJ had some very bad drops. Ian Tyler says, great win, tighten up. Let's see. Joseph says, I gave up on this game for a few minutes, but I came late in the fourth. Well, we can't give up, even though I know we probably should. Tighten up, load in the house. Tighten up, truth, tighten up the like button. Yes, please smash that like button and y'all come on in here. I'm trying to share the show out right now to everybody. That's exactly what I'm doing. As we speak, y'all do the same thing. Share this show out. Tell everybody where to go so they too can come on in and enjoy this great win. Because I would say I describe it as improbable. Improbable. Sean said, I thought the kicker was going to miss. The front four is much better than the last 2 years. You can see it with speed from the edge and the push from Simmons. I agree. The front four is a whole lot better. The front four really got after it. The front four really got after it. Autry had a sack and a half. Simmons had a half a sack as well. Ola Adeniyi came in. He got a sack, which should have been a safety. We did compete. Chris Ray said, Julio, and he did. Tell you the truth, that was nerve-wracking. If y'all saw on my watch party, yeah, it was. Ian says, this upcoming 3-game stretch is a good one for us to capitalize before playing the Chiefs. I agree. The Colts are struggling with They're 0-2. You got the Jets, next up. I believe they're 0-2. And then the Jags are 0-2. So you got a triplet of 0-2 teams you got coming up. You got a chance to be 4-1 before you get the game against Kansas City. So, well, let me see. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hold up. 4-1 before you get Buffalo, then Kansas City. So we got a chance to really, if we do what we have to do and make this right, we could get on a roll, but we got some questions too. Miss Mims said, now I can sleep good tonight and breathe, let my chest breathe. I know it was crazy. It was nuts. It was crazy. It was insane. It was insane. Oh my God. This game was incredible. If y'all didn't watch the live stream, if you want, go back and check out the live stream that I was doing. We was into it. Yeah, they took a safety away. It should have been a safety. You see the TV broadcast said the Titans have gone through 14 kickers since the Hawks have Myers. They have. And Bullock, to his credit, even though he did miss a kick from 44, he made all of his other kicks. He made the extra points. He made the kick that mattered the most, and that was the last one. So I'm thrilled. I'm happy. It's a good feeling to get this win. And now after tonight, we move on to the Indianapolis Colts. And you're right, Kent. You're right. Wentz got hurt. We'll see what happens with them. And Kent, you are absolutely right. We cannot sleep on 0-2 teams because they're going to be desperate. They're going to want to win. They're going to need a win. So we cannot sleep on them. You are absolutely freaking right. Lee said we outscored them 24-6 in the second half. That's true. You're right. We outscored them 24-6 in the second half. Very impressive with the defense. Watched that game all the way through. The Colts, he was actually starting to come back before the injury. Yeah, the Colts, for what I heard, looked pretty good until Wentz got hurt. I'm going to be going back and taking a look at that because that is our next opponent. So we're going to have to be ready for them. We can't underestimate them. The Colts are going to be dangerous, and we have to be ready to play a great game of football to beat them. But let's take a look at the numbers in this game. Right here. This is what it looked like. 33-30. We outgained them 532 to 397. 212 yards on the ground to 77. Both teams passed for 320, and both teams had 3 sacks. Now, also, the Seahawks had 10 penalties in this game. Titans only have 5 for 45. Seahawks had 10 penalties for 100. Titans did have the one turnover, which was that fumble, and Tannehill has got to stop that. But it was a pretty even game. And the Titans dominated the time of possession pretty much most of the way through. They had the ball for over 40 minutes in this game. So we played over 60 minutes. Titans dominated time of possession. 42 minutes and 33 seconds to 22 minutes and 42 seconds. Because there were times it did not take the Seahawks long to score. But the Titans did an excellent job on defense, even though they had some of their moments, especially in coverage, where they had a couple of blown coverages, and like Bowen and McDougal over pursued on the Lockett touchdown. Then they lost coverage. They blew coverage on the Swain touchdown, long touchdown catch. And then Bradley McDougal just got destroyed. David Long basically passed them off to him on that long reception by Tyler Lockett. And Tyler Lockett, he kicked our tail. I believe he had 8 catches for 177 in this game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm finna have that up. But Tyler Lockett kicked our tail. 8 for 178. He whooped us. Titans said, all we got to do is lock up Pittman and it's over. Well, we also got to remember you got Paris Campbell and T.Y. Hilton too. So we can't sleep on them. CW said the job Landry and Dupree were doing on the edge to contain Wilson was elite. And they did do a good job. Now, did they get completely home on Wilson? No, but they kept him in the pocket. And there were times they did not let Russell Wilson just escape and make big plays with his legs. So that was something that was very impressive with those two. And Landry put a hit on Russell Wilson. I thought he could have easily had a strip sack on that one. Let's see, Facebook said I had my head down on that kick, couldn't watch the field goal to win. I understand. Josh says, what a game and what a heart attack. I know that's right. We got about 25 people in here. Let's keep it going. Smash that like button. I think on the watch party, I want to say I had well over 1,000 people watching, whether it was while the game was happening or they're watching it back. So I thank everybody for tuning in. I thank Zach Carpenter for the super chats. I appreciate that. And Lee, great stat that was brought up. When Seattle led by 15 or more, they have won 52 straight games at home when they lead by more than 15. We just smashed that. And I want to say they won like a lot of games in a row at home. We smashed that too. The holding penalties on DK he was a head case today. Fulton got under his skin. Fulton did a very good job on DK Metcalf. Absolutely. Julio played lights out over 100 yards. Yeah, 128 yards, as y'all see on the stats. And I'm going to bring that up too. Sorry, I got the wrong one. Okay. Sorry, I had the wrong one. I thought I had the Derrick Henry one. Yeah, give me a second. Let me see. I'm actually give me just a moment to see if I got the right one. I got the stats coming up for y'all in just a second. Thank y'all for sticking with me. It's just been a fun day. There it is. So this is what happened in the game. Tannehill, 27 of 40, 347 yards. What a game for Tannehill to have no touchdowns, but had 347 yards. Derrick Henry, 35 carries, $182, 3 scores, and caught 6 passes for 55. And I mean, Tannehill took everything he gave him. The screen pass was doing well. And also, those check downs to Henry. That was good. That really helped. Julio, 6 for 128. And like I mentioned before, Michael Pruitt, he only had 3 catches for 43 yards, but they were 3 big catches that he made. 3 big ones. So, I mean, it was a good job. And Michael Pruitt is a pretty good blocker as well. The defense had 3 sacks, they held the Seahawks to 77 yards rushing. Chris Carson had 16 carries, 91 yards last week, held him to 13 carries, 31 yards. He did have 2 touchdowns, but for the most part, we shut him down and did a very good job. Let's see, Clarence said, I need to see more before I say Fulton is a true number 1 corner. Never said he was a true number 1 corner, but he's been doing well so far. I'm concerned about strong safety. Now, Bradley McDougald struggled, but Dane Cruikshank came in and played very, very well. And we just got to hold off for another week, and then Amani Hooker can come back. So I think Dane Cruikshank will get the nod next week, in my opinion. Ian says they have won 12 straight home openers before today. So we broke that. Derrick Henry the freight train. In charge, Vol all day. Hooker needs to get back fast. McDougald struggled, and he did. And shout out to Vol Nation. I know they got a win over Tennessee Tech. I'm definitely going to be doing some stuff about the Vols maybe coming up at some point. So stick with me. El Tractorito. He definitely did his thing. Strong safety and offensive line are definitely concerned. Yeah, offensive line still has some questions. I mean, I didn't like the sack that Bobby Wagner just came right up completely unblocked. I don't know how Nate Davis and Ben Jones did not even think to pick him up or anything like that, or Tannehill did not call something different as far as that. So that's something that they need to work on. Tennessee Titan Logic, let's go. What's up? Said Pete Carroll got real nervous, starting putting more gum in his mouth. Yeah, they got nervous, but it was all for naught. Seattle took care of business. Seattle loses at home 33-30. I mean, what a football game this was. It was exciting. It was nerve-wracking. It was everything all in one. But as Mike Keith would say, the Titans get her done again. They did it. So now, on Wednesday, we're going to have Pick My Brain. We'll have the two-tone blue star of the week and the dunce of the day. But who would be some of your nominees for star of the week? Who did y'all think? What was the biggest factor in the Titans winning this game? I know obviously you would say Derrick Henry, and he was a big part of that. That 60-yard touchdown run really turned the game, kind of started upside down. That's kind of when the game for Seattle kind of started to turn on itself, because they go up. The Titans didn't take advantage and tied up at 24. Then Seattle goes and scores the big long touchdown catch, and they go up 30-16, and it looks like they're going to run away with it. And then Derrick Henry comes right back and answers. And Rashid Majid, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Said we grind and grit. Well, I know what you're saying. Grit and grind, like the Grizzlies. When needed, tighten up. Yes, we did. So, again, Rashid, thank you so much for the super chat. I definitely appreciate that. McElroy says, biggest thing was using Derrick's hands to go with his feet. I agree. Zach says Henry. Logic says Fulton. Ian says Henry. Zach, Fulton held his own again. McElroy says Pruitt's energy in Derrick's second half. Lee says defense stepped up. CW says if Henry starts being a threat on the receiving side, I don't see how you can stop Henry with those quick play action plays and dump offs to Henry if nothing's open downfield. I agree with that. They got to start doing that more and everything. So I like that a lot. And the defense did get better, even though they had some blown coverages. There is still some questions on the back end, but I think once Crookshank got in there, it got a little bit better. So I expect Crookshank is going to get the nod going forward. So we'll definitely have to see about that. Now, I did not like the drive towards the end of the first half where the Titans, I believe, kicked the field goal and was down 17-9, and then they just allowed Russell Wilson to just dump and dump and dump and get easy plays to get that score to go up 24-9. And C-Dub, I knew what you meant. I got you. Fraser says Julio. Facebook, they say Pruitt. Let's see. Kid says, I wonder if Cactus Jack choked on that cactus. I know Cactus Jack was a Seattle fan kind of trolling around, but shout out to Cactus Jack. I appreciate him coming in and watching and tuning in. And I know I saw a couple of Seattle fans. Woot, woot. What's up? I know he subscribed. I appreciate that and everything. But let's see. CW said, yep, you definitely didn't see any more bad pass coverage down the field once Dane got in there. And that's true. So there was a lot of things that I liked and a lot of things I didn't like in this game. Early on, the defense did kind of struggle a bit, but I will start with the defense. First off, the front four. Simmons, Autry, Dupree, Landry did a very good job. Danico Autry had a heck of a game. Laurel Murchison even chipped in a little bit. Simmons was a monster in the middle. And even though Dupree and Landry haven't gotten home yet, you notice the pressure. I noticed Bud Dupree and Harold Landry. I noticed them a lot. Yes, hit that like button, DK's pacifier, with that baby blue hair of his. But Autry and Simmons was doing a very good job in the middle. And that front four, I feel a lot better about the front. Now, Rashaan Evans was not a liability. David Long didn't do too bad either. Again, I would have rather had Jayon and David Long in there, but David Long didn't do too bad. Except for that one long play where he kind of passed it off to McDougal. He probably could have stuck with him. But other than that, David Long wasn't too bad. There were some good things the defense did. I would like to get Caleb Farley more into the mold, and then he can replace Jackrabbit at some point. But Jackrabbit wasn't horrible today. Fulton did very well. I think Dane Cruikshank helped some stuff too. Byron had a couple of nice tackles late. CW says Simmons literally got under some of the Hawk interior blockers and ran with them. It was unreal. Yeah, Simmons did well. McElroy said DK hair went from blue to red. Agree. Zach said AJ Dunt's nominee for the drops. And yeah, AJ has some drops. So let's talk about the offense now. The offensive line, I think, is still a work in progress because some of these guys have not worked together for all year and stuff like that. So, Lawan getting hurt in pregame, which probably in the end was a good thing. Might have been a blessing in disguise. Because Ty Sambrailo did pretty well. He wasn't terrible. Now, Saffold getting hurt wasn't good, and Aaron Brewer has some trouble. Ben Jones had a very bad holding penalty on a very good run for Derrick Henry early on. And Quesenberry, they probably, like I said, should have noticed on that Bobby Wagner run again, but I don't think the offensive line was as horrible as we're all making it look out to be. Yes, the sacks were bad. That Bobby Wagner sack was bad. Another sack, I think Tannehill held the ball a little bit too long. And then the other sack with Al Woods taking us out of field goal range where we had to go for it on fourth down and couldn't make it. Yeah, that was a pretty bad sack given up. But again, we fought through it. I got to give kudos to Todd Downing. Todd Downing found a way to adapt and found out, you know what? When you pass the ball to Julio, when you pass the ball some, you have success. I think he started to figure it out. Now, Shane Bowen, on the other hand, some of his coverage calls were bad. And I think the offense might have bailed him out a little bit. And the front four kind of bailed him out too. Because I know a lot of people during the first half wanted Bowen gone, myself included. C-Dub says, didn't see Sambrailo get beat badly, but Brewer struggled with the bull rush moves, which is not shocking since he's on the smaller side, but he's decent actually in running plays. Yeah, and I think it was the fact that Aaron Brewer didn't really get a lot of, reps before. So, he was coming in cold and can play good in spots. I don't know what's going to happen with Roger Saffold as far as the injury. Hopefully, it's not anything serious. We will definitely find out some information as time goes on, and we'll see what that results in. Of course, right now I'm watching Kansas City, Baltimore, a pretty good game, 35-30 Kansas City on top. Of course, we hate Baltimore, and Kansas City is a team we got to play. So I think Sambrailo did all right. Quesenberry, I think, didn't do too bad either. So we might be okay. Now, last but not least, well, two things. One, shout out to Fat Randy Bullock. Now, I know he missed the kick, but he hit all of his extra points, and he hit his other kicks, and he hit the kick that mattered the most. He hit the game winner. So I think we'll be okay with him until Sam Ficken comes back. And I just saw Baltimore score a touchdown. They're going for two. Lamar Jackson running it in. So it's 36-35 Baltimore with Kansas City getting the ball. Looked like it was a read option that they ran there. And that's what Lamar Jackson is good at. So definitely the referees had a bad game. I mean, the refs did everything in their power to try to screw us over. I mean, if you take a look, you had the no call of pass interference, on AJ on one of the throws, which should have made it first and goal at the 1 yard line, and it should have been a touchdown. The other, now they got the corner, I forgot his name, I think his name was Reed. They got him for taunting. But they really could have got him for defensive holding, because it looked like as AJ was trying to reach out for the ball, he basically tackles him while he's trying to catch the ball. So, that could have been defensive holding there. And then, I mean, they gave too many generous spots to Carson. Like, there was a play where Carson tried to reach out. He looked like he was short, but they gave him the first down anyway. They gave a lot of favorable spots. And then the one play that did it all was the Julio Jones touchdown that they took away. Because it was clear. His left foot came down, his right foot down in bounds before it comes back up. That's a touchdown for Julio. So it should have been 7 catches for 133 and a touchdown. That's what it should have been. And that was a pathetic call because the refs ruled it a touchdown. And so when you go back and replay it, if you go back and replay it and you don't have any evidence to overturn it, the call should stand. And so I just thought that was terrible. Let's see, I think RT is in a similar position to what the Titans did with Nate Davis at right guard. Right tackle, okay. They will put Raiders in at right tackle in 2 to 3 weeks once they feel more confident he can take over. At some point, Dylan Raiders is going to have to take over. At some point. Because Dylan Raiders has to be the long-term answer. Yeah, CW said he literally tackled him. Yes, that was strange. CJ says, pick my brain. Who is the better team, the Cardinals or the Seahawks? If it's the Seahawks, are we still in the Super Bowl conversation? Seahawks are definitely the better team. There is no question. The Seahawks are the better team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better weapons, minus DeAndre Hopkins. And they have the home field advantage. So I won't say, I think we are, still in the Super Bowl conversation, but I would say we're more of a playoff contender, not a Super Bowl contender yet. But we'll have to see how we do going forward. Josh says, I think we should move Lawan to the right side. We need someone that's quicker footwork for pass blocking on the blind. Left tackle is indeed a premier position. But I'm not ready to give up on Taylor Lewan just yet. Although after this year, you could probably save about $13 million if you cut him after this year. So we're definitely going to have to see about that. Kent Wood says, are you going to be at the game this weekend? Barring a disaster, yes. I will be at the game. Sauce Monstar should have been a TD. I agree. And the safety. Let's talk about that too. Ola Adeniyi, Russell Wilson dropped back, spun around trying to get away. Adeniyi had a hold of Russell Wilson, was finna take him down. Russell just throws the ball, flinging it up. He was not outside of the tackle box. There was nobody in the vicinity. And they basically say, well, he was at the 1 yard line. Had they called intentional grounding, as they should have done, that would have been a safety and it would have been game over. It should have been a safety. Adeniyi gets credit for the sack, but it should have been a safety and it should have been game over already. But you know what? It's a win. That's all that matters. It's a win. And we'll take it. Sauce says, I really disagree with that quarterback take. Kyler is better than Russell. Sauce, I'm sorry, man. When Kyler Murray makes a few Pro Bowls and wins and gets a Super Bowl ring, when that happens, then we can say Kyler is better than Russell. Russell's got Pro Bowls, MVP, and a Super Bowl ring. Until Kyler does that, ain't gonna happen. Russell Wilson is way better. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Had something stuck in my teeth. Sorry about that. CW said Bobby Wagner was all over the field. Seemed like there were 2 or 3 of him out there. Bobby Wagner was awesome. Not even gonna lie. And Russell Wilson did too. Threw for 300 yards, had some touchdowns, and I mean, it was looking bad for a minute. But we held on and got the win. Kenwood said, I will be there as well. Would like to meet you. We'll make that happen. We'll definitely make that happen. C-Dub says, I agree. Kyler has a lot more to prove to say he's better than Russell. Exactly. Jerome says, Chandler Jones caused 1 fumble today, but was quiet otherwise against the Vikings. And Chandler Jones is good. Chandler Jones is good. No doubt about it. Minnesota Titan, what's up with you? Vol All Day says, I will be at the Colts game also. Yeah, we'll work on that. I will be in the north end zone at 143. So we'll definitely have to meet up. We'll make that happen. But we're probably going to get ready to wrap this show up a little bit. But, I mean, this was a heck of a ball game. A heck of a game, heck of a day. Again, this is what happened in the 33-30 win. That's what the Titans were able to do. These were the game stats that we had. And, I mean, despite everything being against us, we took care of business. My fantasy was wrong. A.J. Brown should have been sat. Derrick Henry should have been up. Hey, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not good with fantasy. I am not good at fantasy at all. But I'm trying to get better with it. One of my fantasy teams is looking pretty good, although Lamar Jackson is messing me up a bit in this particular matchup with Titan Rossi, which I may hop onto his show, and Lamar Jackson kind of messed me up. So I need Patrick Mahomes to come through for me. If he does, I can take the lead right back. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So we'll definitely have to see. But if Patrick Mahomes can come through for me, I can win this matchup. Even though he has one more guy that he has to play tomorrow night. So again, Titans get a big victory. I'm happy. I'm satisfied. Cincinnati Titans says, sorry, not going to get the win this week. Thanks, Sin City. I appreciate you. I'm trying to learn fantasy. Minnesota Titans said, nobody can stop us when we remember we are the Titans. Imagine if AJ caught his passes. I agree. I'm hoping Patrick Mahomes come on through for me so I can beat Titan Rossi. But he's getting it to Kelsey, so that's a good thing. Titan Rossi, what's up? I'll see you in just a bit. What happened on that blown coverage, I don't know. I'm definitely got to take a look at the All-22 and maybe see exactly what happened there. I have no idea. Ms. Miller said, when Julio made the touchdown, the call was called back. The refs cheated. Glad the Titans got the win. Tyrod said, Henry got me 44 points. Yeah, I see. Julio got me some points too. Oh, man. Did the Ravens get a ball? Oh, my God. Kansas City fumbles the football. Oh, my God. Not good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire fumbles the football. Man. See, Minnesota Titans says fooling the CB1. We'll see about that. And see, Titan Rossi, okay, he already did his show. Okay, that's what's up. But shout out to him. But Sin City Titans said, much love. I'll teach you the ins and outs of fantasy after I get the done. I could use some help. I got to learn. And damn, Edwards-Helaire fumbled the ball. Bad outcome. But y'all, again, shout out to Indigo Nightclub. Shout out to the Titans fan club of Memphis. And as I always say, Titans win. Oh, Titans win. And it was beautiful. And also remember, y'all, if you want to get your Titans swag, your TNT swag, y'all check out with my girl, Miss Latoya Everett Akinyemi. You can check her out by email at queenbutterflytees@gmail.com or on Instagram at queenbutterflytees. You can also hit her up on her name on Facebook, or you can also hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter. My email, CANEWELL, CANEWELL817 @gmail.com. You can hit me up there too if you want some shirts. If you like this hat that I'm wearing, let me show you that. If y'all like this hat that I'm wearing, hit me up about that. And with my guy Out the Cribs Customs on IG. That's out_the_customs_ on IG on Instagram if y'all want the Titan hats too. So again, Tennessee Titans get a big win. 33-30. They're 1-1 on the year. And now they get ready to take on the Indianapolis Colts. We definitely have some blown coverage, so we got some work to do. But very good win for this Titan team. Thank y'all for tuning in to Titans of Truth, TNT Postgame. Wednesday night, get me your Pick My Brain questions. Get me your Two-Tone Blue Star of the week and Dunce of the day. And I will see you guys on Wednesday night for episode 200. I forgot to tell you that. That will be the 200th episode. Corey Curtis from News Channel 2 will join me for that show. So definitely make sure y'all hit up for that. And so again, thank you guys. Thank you so much for all y'all have done. Thank y'all for helping me hit 1,000. And let's get to 2,000. And once again, y'all, there's only one thing left to do. And that is tighten up, because clearly that is all we know how to do. So thank y'all. And I bid y'all a good night. Y'all go enjoy this victory. Go party. Go celebrate. I'm going to do the same thing. 200 episode on its way Wednesday. Got a whole lot of practice for the whole week before the game. I agree. Thank you for that, Josh, on 200. Y'all make sure y'all get in. 200 episode on its way. And y'all tighten up, because that's all we know how to do. Good night, y'all.